Hi everyone, it's Renee from Lovely Lavender Wishes. Hope you're all having a very blessed day today, and I hope you're ready and prepared to start working on our altered lined journal. Today we're going to do the cover and the first page, so hopefully you got your stuff together and you're going to craft with me. So the only thing I did ahead of time was cut this out and paint it because I didn't want to have to sit here on camera and just sit and watch it dry. So I'll show you what I did. All I did was take a piece of chipboard. This is a thin piece of chipboard. Cut it out to size. So here's my picture that I'm going to use right here that I showed y'all in my last video. And then I cut an oval out. You can cut whatever, size you want. If you want a square, you want a rectangle, you want a circle, you want a heart, whatever, you're, whatever you want to do. I just did an oval because this was a longer picture, so I figured an oval would look good. We'll see. I don't know if you guys are like me, but as I start a project, I always look at it and I'm like, oh, this is not turning out the way I want it to. And then I just kind of push through it. And then by the end of the journal or the end of the project, I'm always like, well, hey, that turned out a little bit better than I thought it would. So I just got to kind of push through this because I'm not too happy with this yet. But, we'll see as we go. And I do that every time I want to quit as soon as I start. Or I'll get a few sections done and I'll be like, this isn't working the way I thought it would. But then I just kind of make myself continue and finish. And a lot of times I'm very pleasantly surprised at the end. So who knows? Okay, so let me sit down. Y'all have a long sleeve shirt on because it is cold in my house. My son and my husband love the air on, super cold. And I'm either cold or hot. There's no in between. So right now I'm freezing. And in a few minutes I'll be taking this off because I will be super hot. So anyways, all I did, I have this tempera paint. So or actually acrylic paint. All I did ahead of time was just kind of goof around on this board, painting. I first painted a white coat on the board, and then I just took a bunch of different colors, and I had these, y'all, these are like the little kids painting little, containers, but I've had these forever. A couple of them are starting to dry up a little, but I'm sure there's a way I can reconstitute them, hopefully, but I'll have to look that up. I'm sure y'all know. If you do, let me know in the comments below. But I have all these different, I got a whole set of these. So all these different colors, which I liked because then I don't use it a lot, so it just gave me a little bit of a whole variety of colors to use. So what I ended up doing, I think I ended up on using this color, this color, and a lavender color, a little light lavender color, and white, and mixing them because I wanted it to reflect these colors in my picture. So whatever picture you have, figure out what you want to do and just paint. And all I did was just, took the white and the lavender and the tealish kind of color, teal green, and just swiped it on. And we'll see how it looks when we're all done. So that's just the base right there. So it's all dry. So here's the back, all dry. And then I tried stamping with my gold embossing to see if it would stamp on here, and it works. So we're good to go, y'all. So we can start crafting. So I hope you all have your stuff together and you can craft along with me, or you can watch and then go and do it on your own. First thing I'm going to do is glue this picture down onto this. Oh, let's let my glue get to the bottom. Glue my picture down onto the cover so I have a reference point as to where everything's going to go. And we'll see how this all goes for the day. Press hard so there's no bubbles. Okay, and then this is gonna go there, like so. Okay, so the first thing I think I'm going to do, and this jacket is getting in my way, so y'all, I'm gonna take it off. And if I start to freeze, I'll put it back on. Okay. I'm just using a vintage folder or a vintage photo by Tim Holtz, Distress ink. I'm probably not going to ink up all my pages on this one because I do like the white and I just like it. This one's going to be kind of new. It's not going to be as vintagey, I guess, but we'll see. I mean, who knows? I say that now. It might change. But I do want to like get these sides of this chipboard at least inked up. So I wonder how many of you will be crafting along with me or doing the same thing. If you do this project, I would love to see your projects and what you're working on. So I do put my email at the bottom in the information below the video. So you can email me, send me pictures. I don't know if you can do pictures on the comments. I don't think so. Actually, let me do the inside circle too. I don't think so, but if you can, that would be great. You know, send me your comments, send me your pictures. And for those of you who have not subscribed, I'm not, you know, I don't even look at the numbers of how many people subscribe. I just wonder if people are even watching me at all. I just kind of do this for fun. But if you want to know, you know, what project I'm going to be doing next, or you want to watch the videos, you can subscribe. Just click on the subscribe button, and then there's a bell next to it. And if you click on the bell, I guess you get notified of all the video. Like every time I upload a video, you'll get notified, so then you don't miss any, I guess. I didn't know how that worked for the longest time. Y'all, I'm so technologically crazy, inept, I guess you would say. I didn't even know how that worked until I did it for somebody else. And I was like, oh, so this is how it works. So for those of you who don't know, who are like me, that's how it works. So I'm just using a little bit of gold paste here. It's gonna get all over my fingers, but I'm gonna go around, move this, go around the oval part. And I think I'm gonna do a little bit of the sides too. Since gold is gonna be my accent throughout this whole journal, I'm gonna stick with gold accents. I haven't done silver in a while. I'm gonna need to do a silver one next. See, I'm already thinking about my next project, y'all. That's how I'm always, my mind is always working. Like, what am I gonna do next? I'm like, I need to focus on what I'm doing now. I need to focus on this first. This is starting to dry up a little bit, but it still works. I'm gonna have to one of these days, but I said I'm not doing it on this project. I am not gonna go buy anything else. I'm trying to use up what I have. And unfortunately, when you don't use things after a while, they start to dry up, or they start to, just kind of wear out on you after a while. That's why I really want to go through my drawers and find, I have so many things that I've had for years that I need to start using. Okay, let's see how that looks. That. Okay, let's do some edges. So if you have any gilding wax, you can do that. Just do it with your fingers. If you don't, I think any kind of metallic paint would work. Even maybe even the watercolor. I have the metallic watercolors. Those might work depending on the paint you use here. I mean, just experiment. Try a whole bunch of different things and see what works. But use what you have. If you have the gold foil, you might want to do that on here. I'm going to do that on a couple of the journal cards. I'm going to show you a technique. I don't know if it's really a technique, but it's my DIY gold foiling that I was practicing with because I couldn't find any gold foil. So I'm like, I have to use what I have. I showed you all in my last video. I have some washi tape, some gold washi tape. And I'm just gonna shove that in there. See how it's getting all clumpy here? It's starting to dry up a little, but it still works. So yeah, I'm gonna show you my technique of, looks pretty good. My technique of using my gold washi tape for gold foil, I guess. Okay, let me clean this up. Okay, where is my little cloth here? Just kind of get my finger cleaned up as best as possible. This is, y'all, this is why I don't have nice nails, nice nail polish, all this crafting. And this, as you can see, this board, I have had this, it's a self-healing cutting mat. I have had this for, gosh, 20, 30 years now. And it's a little worn for the, you know, a little worn out, but hey, it's been working great, and I can cut into it, and it just, I love it that nothing happens. You know, it's a self-healing mat, so I can use my X-Acto knife on this and not worry. Okay, whoops. Okay, I have to have it kind of clean, otherwise it bugs me. Let's dry this off. I might have to go grab some more paper towel in a little while. Okay, so the next thing I was going to do is, what was the next thing I was going to do? Okay, emboss. So I was looking for like a corner stamp. And I had, let's see, I have a few stamp sets, but I had this one, and this is where I got this corner stamp from, I think, and here somewhere. Yeah, right here. But I had some other ones, but they were really big, and they did not, like, they were really big corner stamps. So this is probably the only, like, the one that would fit the best in these corners. So what I'm going to do is take my Versamark. Here, let's move this to the side, and I'm going to grab some paper here. I have some gold embossing powder, super fine gold. This is by Ranger. I was gifted this again, or I probably bought, I think this was when I bought a whole set of something from somebody. They were cleaning out their craft room, and they were just selling everything as a set. And so I just, you know, bought the whole thing, and that was in it, like a whole bunch of embossing powders. So I'm taking my Versamark pad, which has seen better days, y'all. Definitely seen better days, but it still works. You're gonna hear that a lot from me. Seen better days, but it still works. And I'm trying to make sure that I get this covered really, really well, because this is going on this chipboard, and I'm not sure. I'm gonna do 2 at a time before that dries up, just in case, because I'm not sure how quick that'll dry. So then I pour my embossing powder on that and shake it around, make sure it gets full coverage. And there we go for that. And then quick way I do this, if you don't have one of those little, you know, trays or something, I just curl my paper like this, and it just goes all right back in. So easy peasy. And then I close that up, because you all know me, I'll probably spill it in the meantime. So I'm gonna grab my heat embossing tool, and I'm gonna have to probably go off camera a little, because my heat embossing tool does not reach all the way. I need a longer cord. Usually I work on the other side of my table, but this is where my camera holder is, my phone, for my phone to film, so that's why. Let's see, it's starting to change. I don't know if y'all can see that. I'll show you when I'm done. There we go. So I don't know if y'all can see the gold on there. See that? Gold emboss. So I'm going to do the bottom 2. So if you have any kind of stamp and any kind of embossing powder, it doesn't have to be gold. It could be whatever you want. It doesn't have to be a corner stamp, whatever you all want to do. Gosh, I've had this embossing stamp, this Versamark stamp pad for years as well. You can tell. It has been well loved, but it works. Hey, it's been working this whole time. No problems. So when I become rich, y'all, I'll be able to go buy as many supplies as I want. Yeah, we'll wait for that day, won't we? Hey, I'm so blessed to be able to just do what I love, do this, and hang out and craft when I want to. So I have nothing to complain about. Okay, let's emboss this. Put this up. And there we go. What do y'all think? It's getting there. It's getting there. It's looking a little better with the accents on there. Okay. So let's see. What next? Let's grab my book. Okay. So far, this is what it's going to look like. It's getting there. Okay, so y'all, I showed you these flowers yesterday. And once I took them out and put them on, they just did not match. And they had all these, it had more like silver accents in these. I mean, these are white, but they had like the silver beads and accents on them. And it just wasn't going for some reason. Like I just wasn't feeling it, I guess. So I went through my other flowers that I have. And these seem to be the closest I had color-wise to the flowers that were in the picture, and it kind of matched a little bit. I mean, it had some of the same shades. So I was kind of thinking, I know that would be covered a little bit, of doing something kind of like this. And then I had this gold chain, y'all. Y'all know me and Shane. I was debating whether to do something kind of like this. I had these gold little brads. It was about the only other gold accents I had. And so I was thinking of maybe doing something kind of like this with the gold chain hanging. But y'all know I don't know until I do it. So, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's just, try it and see. I could always take it apart if it doesn't work. So, let's see. I'm going to have to take this part of the chain. Pull this part of the chain off. Uh-oh. How much did I need? I want it to hang down kind of like that. So right around here, let's pull this part off. So if you have any chain or any kind of embellishments that you want to add to your cover, you don't have to add anything if you don't want. You can just have a picture. You can just put some stickers on here. Do whatever you would like. Okay, so what I'm going to do before I glue this on, I'm going to put these brads through this chipboard onto the back, so then we don't have an issue trying to have it go through the book. Let's see, I'm going to put one right about there. Where's my... also need some better glasses, y'all. Getting old, getting old. But I don't want to claim that. I am not getting old. I'm staying young at heart. Having fun. Okay. Let's see, where would this one go? Maybe like right around here. As y'all see, I don't measure. I eyeball things. That could be a good thing or a bad thing. I've made some major, horrible measurements just by eyeballing it at times. Okay, now I can't even eyeball this into the hole. Come on. There we go. And the thing I like about these flowers as well is they are fabric versus the other ones were paper, and they were really, they were a lot thicker. These can lay flat. Not that it needs to, it's on the cover, so it doesn't really need to lay flat. But, you know, they're a little bit more flexible. This has a velvety feel to it, these right here. Did I want, you know what? Maybe I want the purple up there. Or do I want, y'all help me. If I put the purple up there, let me see. See, always have to redo, trial and error. But hey, I bet y'all probably do the same thing or kind of the same thing. Switch things around. I'm always switching things around. Seeing what I like better. Doesn't have to be all symmetrical color-wise. It could be, I'm just wondering if I'd like it better this way. The purple on top. Let's see. And then this blue one will go on top, but I can't forget the chain. So I put the brad through the link of the chain, through the flowers, and then through here. And let me make a hole there. And I'm going to do the same thing. So I want this to hang flat. This is the velvety side, so that'll be the top. Let's see what this looks like when it's all said and done. Let's make a hole. Right about there, hopefully. Come on, you can do it. Having issues. Why is this not going in? Partly because it's open. See y'all, everybody else makes it look so easy. I do it, not so easy. Well, this will give you a chance to all craft along with me. Okay. No! Let's try that again. Okay, go through the hole. Partly is because this thing is bent. Let's get this straight. Go through the hole, through the flower, through this hole, and out the back. See, that's how easy it was supposed to be. That is how it's supposed to be done. Not the long, convoluted way I go about it. Okay, there we go. What do y'all think? Let's get that situated. Okay. So then when this gets put on here, that is what it'll look like. I kind of like that. It's getting there. There y'all go, see? That's what it'll look like. Okay, so now the next thing, move all this so I don't slice my fingers. Get my glue. Okay, so I'm just gonna glue this on the cover really good and make sure it sticks. Now, for those of you who don't have chipboard or whatever, just grab a cracker box, a cereal box, whatever. And if it's really thin and you want it thicker, just layer up the layers. You know, cut out your rectangle or your square or your shape, whatever shape you're doing. Cut it out, cut out a few of them, and just layer them up and glue them all together. Just use what you have around the house. Even if you have some thick scrapbook paper, you can layer up a few of those. But yeah, let's use up what we have instead of shopping on Amazon, y'all. Let's, you know, or shopping anywhere else. I bet y'all have just as much craft material that I do, you know. We all seem to somehow accumulate it, and I think a lot of times we don't realize how much we have a lot of times. But I know I have a lot for sure that I just accumulated over time. So there we go. What do y'all think so far? You know, this is my idea right now. It might end up adding more or whatever, but I don't want to make it too much. This journal, like I said, is going to be a journal that I'm going to use for writing and such. So I don't want it to be too crazy. So, but I like the colors. I love the pastel colors, the girly colors. Okay, so there we go. There's our cover. So now let's move on to this first page. And I noticed in this one, since when I turn this page is always going along with it. So I figured I might as well just glue it to that page because I am going to do that little flip piece with eyelets and what is it, jump rings, and this will help reinforce that page. If this page, you know, and to avoid buckling, you kind of close the book. At least this is what I have seen and what I have been told. Because like I said, I have never done this before where I am using the pages in an actual book to make the folders and stuff. Usually I just make my own, you know, on pages that, you know, on my own signatures that I've made. So we'll see how this all works. It'll be a learning experience for sure. Looks good. Okay. Oh gosh, my chair keeps falling down, y'all. I'm sinking. Okay. So this is the time now when you are going to need a clear junk envelope. that you just open up with like a clear window in it. If you don't have one, no problem. You can cut a window out, put a piece of, you know, acetate paper or wax paper or vellum or tracing paper or whatever you have in there. Just glue it, you know, cut out an image and glue, you know, a shape and glue it in. You don't even have to have a window envelope. You can just have a picture if you want. So whatever you would like to use. But I had this envelope, figured I might as well use it. So, let's see. I need to cut the envelope first because it is too long. Where's my cutter? It is too long for, and the only other thing I did ahead of time, y'all, I had this image. It looked like this. And I have, let's see, these oval stencils, different sizes. And I was just kind of measuring, figuring out like how big, you know, which oval I wanted to use. I don't have a die cut machine, so I did it the old fashioned way. I drew a little oval picture and I cut it out with my X-Acto knife. And so I did that ahead of time because I'm sure none of you all wanted to sit here for 10 minutes watching me painstakingly cut out this oval, making sure I didn't, you know, go past the lines. So I did that ahead of time because you guys would be bored to death watching me do that. So let's see, I'm not gonna measure. Where's my pencil? Let's see, probably about here, right? I want it a little shorter than, oh my gosh, y'all, my chair, I don't know what's going on. I keep sinking as I'm sitting here and I have to keep bringing my chair up. What the heck? Okay, so here is the size of the piece that's going to flip. So it'll snug in between the sheet, the piece of paper right there. Okay, so let's see, what else do I have to do? Ink around the sheet and image and put it on here. So first I gotta glue this on. I'm thinking, right? No, I should probably ink this first before I glue that on because that'll be hard to glue on or ink after it's glued on. Yeah, it'd be much easier. And I'm using a lot of thin paper. All my scraps, I try to find the thinnest paper I could because a lot of my scrapbook paper is that really thick weighted paper, and I wanted to try to keep this book as thin as possible. I try every time, y'all. I try and it turns into a monster, but I'm really trying. So I'm trying to use, you know, just thin, you know, scrap paper that I have. So I can kind of see it through my window, see where the outline of the, okay. So I'm gonna glue this on. So you want to get your image and then glue it on to your envelope, at least the front part of your envelope. I could always go back and, I can always go back and glue because I don't know how far the edges have to go out on this thing. So let me make sure I'm getting this where I need it to be. This has gotta go up a little. That's why I use a glue stick, because I can. Okay. So as you can see, my image is definitely bigger than my envelope. So now I'm gonna go back. And of course, did not do that evenly. Now I got weight at the top. Can't have that, dang. Beauty of the glue stick for now until it Might be easier if I just did this way. Make sure it's... No! Oh, y'all. Here we go. Come on. We can do this. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to cut around this. And I can always re-glue. Okay, and then this will fit right in there and look like that. Well, once I get it lined up, I got to get everything lined up, and I got to make sure it's right side up and not all the other stuff, because I've been known to glue things upside down before. Okay, let's see what else I need to do. So I should glue probably, let's see, I think I need to glue that on the inside now. Trying to figure out step by step, because what else we have to do. Okay, right side up. Now let's make sure this fits right in the circle. There's probably an easier way to do this, y'all, but y'all know me, I do everything the hard way. Look at that. I think I did it. I think I did it. There we go. Ah, so far so good. Little by little. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna ink. Oops. Let's open the ink. Open the ink. I don't need this right now. I'm gonna ink these edges. Since now would be a good time before I start doing other stuff. Okay, ink the edges. I think I'm gonna add gold around this oval and some of the edges as well. So let's see how that'll look. And I gotta make sure, or at least try, I'm not gonna do it, but I'm gonna try to not get any on that plastic part, but you know, you can just rub it off, so. I'm getting it all over the plastic part, but that's okay. It comes right off. See, y'all, I get really quiet when I'm crafting. I'm sure y'all are the same. You just kind of get into your... I don't have many stories to tell. if y'all have questions for me, you can definitely ask me and I will answer them in all my videos. So yeah, if you have questions for me, I'd be happy to answer. There we go. It's kind of sporadic around the circle. That's kind of cool. Draws your eye to it. And I'm going to do a little bit, just a little, along some of these edges. This is a lot easier. You just kind of smear it as you go. You don't have to be so careful. You can even put some, you know, in your picture if you want. Let's see. Okay. That should be good. Okay, let's wash this off. Okay. Okay, let's see what else. Gold around. Okay, now let's see. I think I'm going to do the back because I want to sew these separately. So let's get the back done. Okay, so I have this gold paper, and I'm thinking if I just kind of measure this, I'm actually gonna measure, or at least a little bit. Let's see. I'm just gonna trace it actually. And just cut around that and glue that on. That'll give me journal space. This is a little bit heavier cardstock, so it'll give me a little bit of support. And it's got the gold accents on it, so it'll go perfectly with the whole gold journal. We'll use that for some other journal cards later. There we go. So let's glue this on. Go. Okay, so let's see. So this is going to lay in like that and flip open like this. So you have journaling. Now I wanted to do something on this page. Let's see. I had this flower page that matches this, and I'm gonna tear like just roughly, let's see, this is about the top, this is about the side. So I'm going to just roughly tear this. I have a tearing ruler, but this one I want it to be kind of like rough and jagged like this. Let's erase that. I'm gonna tear this anyways. Let's make some hills and valleys. Get this around this corner. Let's do the same over here. Let's see how this is. Might have to go in and adjust a little bit. Let's get some little grooves in here. I don't like it just straight up and down. I want to be. let's fix this a little. This is gonna have to come down a little. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Just so we have some visual something here. And I'm gonna ink this one up. I might do a pocket or something on this page, but I'm gonna leave that till later. I usually leave the front and back covers to the very end. I don't know why, that's just the way I work. But you know, you can do it whichever order you want to do it in. I just tend to leave those to the very end because at that point I kind of know the theme and the feel of the journal at that point. So yeah, that's, I don't know, that's just the way I do it. So I'll wait. But it has been storming here all morning and now the sun is out. So it's in the afternoon and the sun is finally out. But we had a bunch of storms come through here earlier. I thought it was gonna be stormy all day. I was actually thinking of taking a nap this afternoon, which I still might do. We shall see. Oh. So a lot of times I'll go back through and make sure everything's sticking. This is just glue sticks, so a lot of times I have to kind of go back through and make sure it's all down. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna use this same flower paper to stabilize. I'm gonna put a strip on this back page because this is where I'm going to be putting my eyelets through. So I think to kind of stabilize this back page and to give it some, because I'm not gonna do anything else on this page. So let's see, I'm gonna tear it from here and then go down. To give it some, you know, interest and to stabilize the page a little bit, give it a little bit more strength. Except this is really tearing it thin on the edges there, but that's not where the eyelet will go through. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna fix this up a little, tear this really thin piece off. And let's tear a little bit down this way. This will give some strength and stability to that as well as some decoration, you know, just in case, so it doesn't tear out of the page. I don't think it would, but it's better to be safe. And, you know, hey, the page needs something. Okay, so I'm just gonna glue that down. Okay. So that'll match as well. Okay, it's feeling good. Feeling good. Okay. Okay, so then I was thinking, and I saw Teal and Tattered do this as well. She had some sari silk that she put on the front, but I'm debating whether or not to do it. So let me see. I have a bunch of sari silk, y'all. I bought a bunch on Amazon. This was one of them. I think it was Amazon, or no, maybe it was Etsy. No, yeah, it was Etsy. Sorry, y'all, it wasn't Amazon, it was Etsy. I bought a bunch of sari silk off somebody from Etsy, and I'd have to look her up to see what name she was, but I bought a variety of different kinds. I bought some that was like frayed sari silk, you know, different colors, different, you know, different lots, that kind of thing. So anyways, so she glued some sari silk to the top and bottom. And I know we have a lot of lavender in this, but I like the pink in these flowers because this page is gonna be right here like this and flipping open like this. And there's a lot of pink there, but there's hardly any on this. So I'm thinking I might just glue. Yeah, so I'm gonna cut this. So right there, and then this is gonna go up here. Come on. And I'm gonna glue some sari silk. So if you don't have sari silk, you can do a ribbon, you can do yarn, you can do, let's use this glue. Well, actually, I'm gonna sew over it. So I just wanna kinda glue it just to kinda hold it down, but I'm gonna sew it on to make sure. So this glue is just to kinda hold it there until it gets sewn on. And I wanna kinda scrunch it up a little. See how it looks. If I don't like it, I could always take it off. I hope my head's not all in the screen, y'all. I get so close to my work, I'm like this. So, and then I'll sew it with a zigzag stitch, so that'll give it some scrunch up, scrunch up. Let's see here. Glue you down better. Glue you down better here. Once all this gets sewn, it'll all be stable. This is just temporary, just to kind of hold it on there. Okay, so then I'm gonna do this one. I don't want it covering the picture for sure, so we'll have to shove that up there once that gets sewn on. Okay. Let's shove you in here and squish you up. I like the little curls and kind of like it's like a little wavy there. Oh, I like that. I like that. If I can get that to work to do up here. Kind of. The beauty of it is that it never looks the same. Okay, so that will be, like I said, here, and then this flips open like this. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna go to my sewing machine, so you might wanna fast forward through this part. I'm going to sew with a zigzag stitch. Let me make sure. Okay, yes, I'm gonna sew this side by itself, this side by itself, and then I'm going to sew across both to seal this up, so then I will have a pocket, but I'll also have a stitch here to kind of reinforce these edges here. So I'll be right back. It's gonna take me a little bit, so you're gonna hear my sewing machine. It's off camera, so you might wanna fast forward or just wait. I'll be right back. Of course, my thread came out, and so now I have to rethread it. Does that always happen to you guys? My thread is constantly coming out. And of course, with my eyesight, it takes me forever to try to get it through the little hook, the little needle. There we go. Y'all can just hear my commentary as I'm sewing. problem now? Getting there, people. We're getting there. For some reason, it is jamming up on me. My bottom one is jammed up on me. Okay. Gotta try this one more time. My bottom bobbin jammed up. Getting it fixed. Of course, y'all, all the time happens. Come on, we can do this. Let's go. Okay, one more row and then I'm done. Okay, sorry y'all. Oh my gosh. Of course, issues with the bobbin, issues with my thread coming out, you know, always issues. But if you can see here, so I sewed with a lime green, light lime green thread. I did a zigzag stitch across the top and the bottom. So I did each side down the side here. So this is a pocket. We'll have a pocket here. And then I closed the ends up. So that's what I did there. That was probably the hardest part because my machine just decided to act up. Okay, so now we're gonna measure for the eyelets. Now this is one thing I am going to measure because, you know. Okay, so it's about 7.5. So that means it's gonna be like 3 3/4 is going to be the middle, right? 1, 2, 3 3/4. Yep. Okay, so this will be the middle. So I don't want to put it in the middle, so let me think. If we do, so let's say 4 is the middle, we do 1, 2, let's do maybe 1.5 inches up, 1.5. So we're gonna, okay, so let's see here. Okay, so find the middle of your envelope, put it where you want on the page that you want to put it on. And so my middle's here. I'm gonna go 1.5 inches up. So I'm going to put my eyelet like right here and also right here, because you're gonna put an eyelet on your envelope as well as in your book. So then I'm gonna go 1.5 inches down, 1.5. So right about here and right about here. If that makes sense. Okay, so there are my, so now let's find my crocodile. And the only eyelets I have, I think these are small ones, right? These are the small ones, so I'm gonna do the small setting on my crocodile. So let's make sure. This is going to flip like this, so we want the eyelets on this side, yes, okay. So, and you want them kind of close to the edge, but not super close. You don't want them like, you know, going through the edge of your paper, but you want them close to the edge because we got to put, so like about that close to the edge, if you can see that close to the edge. Because we want to put the eyelets, the jump rings through these, and you don't want them too far in because then the jump rings won't reach, if that makes sense. So that's where I'm putting those, and then here were my dots, my measurements for this. Again, get those out so I can see. One. I hope I'm in camera so you guys can see me. Normally I'll just like click, 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 but I want to make sure that we're getting these in the right spot, because otherwise they will not work. Okay, and I think these are the only ones I had, and I know these aren't the grooved ones, so these are like the cheap little eyelets. I don't know where I got these from. Hopefully they will set fine and well. Let's try it and see. Yep, pretty good. Pretty good. Didn't split or anything. Now I say that, now watch. Don't say anything. I heard that one, yep, see that one split. I'm gonna make sure that's in really well. Yeah, it's in good. Okay, so we got 2 eyelets there, and then you're gonna put 2 eyelets in your book. See, it's gonna go through to that side. Pretty good. So this is the easy part. The hard part is coming up, y'all. Yeah, see that split, but it's good. I don't feel any jagged edges, so that's good. And I see this is coming up right here. Like I said, at the end of the whole thing, I kind of go through and make sure everything's sealed down. But for now, it'll hold. Okay, so now what you want to do is get, let me see. You want to get 3 jump rings for each pair of eyelets. So you're going to need 6 jump rings, right? Yes, 6. And these are all attached to each other. Come on. Let's find some that aren't attached. I'll undo those at a later date. Are they all attached? They're all attached. There's 2. Come on, really? Look at these. Look at these, y'all. They're all attached. 3. I mean, I could unattach them eventually. Here's a couple I could pull apart. It's just easier if they're already apart. Let's see if I can. Actually, the 2 might. Actually, 3 together might work better. Then I don't have to attach all 3 together. That might work even better. Okay, so if you've got 3 attached already, that's less work for you to do. So let's see. Maybe, maybe not. Let's see. So I want to make sure the middle ring is closed already. Oops, I closed that way too far. Goodness, I might have to. I totally blew that one. I totally ruined that one. Oh, there we go. Fixed it. Okay. So that ring is attached. So you want to undo one of the rings. Remember, you're going to twist it. You're going to insert it into the first hole. Okay, this, like I said, y'all, this is the hard part. I'm going to try to do it where they're all together. Maybe that won't. Come on. Y'all might want to fast forward through this part too, because it's just me trying to attach these jump rings. I need another one of these. Pliers. Okay, and then you're going to take, so if they're not already attached, you're going to attach one jump ring to this eyelet. You're going to attach another jump ring to this jump ring, and then the third jump ring you're going to hook between that jump ring and your envelope. And we need to make sure we're attaching it correctly. It's going to flip like that, so we want it to go in like this. Like I said, y'all, you might want to fast forward this part. Or you can all just struggle along with me. You're probably all done with yours already. You're probably like, I'm done, did it, finished. I'll be doing this for another 20 minutes, trying to get these through. Y'all will be done. Okay, what's so hard? Saying, it's so easy. And it should be easy, but yet nothing for me is ever easy. But that's the adventure of it all for me, I guess. Okay, it's in there now. I just gotta keep it in there and close it. Come on, we can do this. So close, so close. I think I got it. Yes, one accomplished. Okay, so I'm gonna make sure this jump ring is closed in the middle. It is. This one is open. It is. Hook it to the middle one, and I'm gonna hook it to this one. Come on, we can do this. Can we? Yes, we can, y'all. Come on. Good vibes. We can do this. Anything is possible. Okay. Oh, it was in. It was in. Okay, take a breath. We'll get this. Okay, y'all, this is your comedy for the day. Seriously? Okay, yeah. This is your comedy. It might be better for me to just do it with my fingers. Seriously? Come on. We can do this. Okay. These things are just so temperamental and tiny. Okay, let me just try it with the one. Why is this? It's probably the angle I'm going at too. It's not helpful. Okay, it's in there. I'm just trying to curl it up, close it. Yes, did it. Now I just gotta attach. So you're gonna attach this one to this one and close it. See, that's how easy it's supposed to be. Just attach, attach, close. And make sure your jump ring is closed tight. And then twist that one, attach to this jump ring, and then you're gonna attach, just as easy, attach to come on. There we go. Attach, attach, close. I think we did it. I think we did it. Just gonna make sure they're tight. Look at that. Let's see. Oh, that's cool. So there you go. So this is going to be, let's see, so you open it up and you got this, and then this will open up like this. And if that one jump ring in the middle is too much, I might, after all that, I might take this middle one out and just attach the two, because that's giving it a lot of leeway right there. Maybe with two, it'll keep it tighter. So I might do that off camera. So you can fool around with it and see. The way Teal and Tatter did it, she had 3 jump rings, but now that I'm looking at this in person and fooling around with it, it might be better with just 2 jump rings. So it'll hold it a little bit more steady, because this is really wiggly. But you know, if you like it like that, because then it'll come out here and you can journal on it. I might take the middle one out and try it and see how it goes, and then I'll let you know what I end up with on the next video. But anyway, so there we go. We did the front cover and the first window page, window pocket page. And so this will be a pocket that we could put something in. And then we'll probably do these the last 2. So the next thing we're gonna do is we are going to start tearing out sheets and making folders and what have you with these, and collaging and going through our book. So that'll be our next project. So join me for the next one. Until then, I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.